Stepping out of your comfort zone, like that's nothing new. You hear it 1,000 times, but I'm gonna tell you again why you need to be stepping out of your comfort zone. Let's get. I've been on my grind since the day I came home. Ever since I ran away, had no choice to stay strong. Yeah, you might win some, but you just lost one. Yeah, you might win some, but you just lost one. They try to shoot down your dreams. No, 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 no. They know my niggas are kings. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Big feet, suit for the soul. Oxtails, black power, all more. Yeah, the struggle's where I'm from. Bank account in the negative. What's good? What's good? It's your homie Just KP here with another Just Be You podcast episode. And today, I'm gonna chat about stepping outside of your comfort zone and why it is so important. So, as I imagine, some of you guys may be artists or people who want to get into the field, the art field or whatever you call it. But stepping out of your comfort zone was one of the, I guess, the best things I've done in my career. One of the things that was hindering me back was performing, and so even though I did music all the time, I wasn't really performing because that wasn't my thing. Until I had stepped out my comfort zone one time, and I believe it was just like doing one open mic, and I did one open mic, and I started liking performing, and performing became my thing. I did another and another. Next thing you know, I'm doing a show, free show here, the show here. Then, I was doing multiple shows a week performing, and that felt good. To just be hitting up spots and performing. And so I attribute that to getting out of my comfort zone. Sometimes we tend to lean on our gut feeling. And I want to tell you one thing about your gut feeling. Your gut feeling, sometimes you can go with your gut feeling and it does you right. But your gut feeling most of the time is going to keep you safe. And so your gut feeling is going to tell you not to do things. Sometimes you got to go against your gut feeling. Performing was one of those things. I was definitely had all those negative thoughts. Maybe it's going to be bad. And so that was one of the thoughts, like it's going to be horrible. I'm going to do something silly, or I'm going to perform and forget my lyrics. I forgot my lyrics before. It was never that bad because no one knows unless you like Kendrick or somebody, like no one knows your lyrics. So those kind of things don't really matter. One other thing, here's just some reasons why you should be stepping out of your comfort zone if you're not already. Stepping outside of your comfort zone will bring that ego down a lot. A lot of times we tend to think that we're better than we actually are until, you step on that stage and someone after you or someone before you gets a better reaction than you do. Or someone before you or after you wows you and you're like, whoa, I got some work to do. So it can bring your ego down, which could be a good thing because you can then assess what's wrong with your show, what's wrong with your work, or what you personally feel like you can do better. And so you never really get that kind of input unless you step outside of your comfort zone and do something or put yourself out there to be examined. You'll also realize that if you're scared to step out of your comfort zone, or if you're scared to do something, you'll realize that pretty much everybody else who's doing the same thing is probably is too. And so that's one thing. Stepping outside of your comfort zone, you'll quickly realize that a lot of people are also going through something, or they're having a hard time transitioning just like yourself. So also stepping outside of your comfort zone, and this is just a tribute to hard work. You may find that there's people out here who are way less talented than you are at what you do, but why they're successful is because they put themselves out there, and they're not scared to put themselves out there. That's one thing that holds me back. You know, I get it all the time. Like, yo, your cadence, you rap, you're better than a lot of the stuff that we hear on the radio. Then I ask myself, then why am I not on the radio? You know, why am I not in those positions? Because you know, I still got stuff I'm dealing with. Like I tell you guys all the time, but we're all still figuring shit out. And so one way to deal with that is to put yourself out there. Step outside the comfort zone, man. Submit your music, submit your work, submit your photos. Do what you gotta do to get that done. There's no better way to grow than to do this. You may also find something that you really like, that you really enjoy doing more, or just as much as what you're doing. I enjoy doing podcasting. I started doing the Senso 3 podcast where we just recorded on mics. And so, you know, I learned I like doing that. And so then I was like, what else can I do? You know, I can do a video blog or podcast. And so that's something else that I'm learning that I'm enjoying and doing. Another thing, you know, once you do that for the first time, you know, it becomes easier the next. You know, you boost your own personal self-esteem and you feel more confident. Definitely, you're going to feel a lot more confident about the second show than you did the first. The 10th show than you did the first, or the 100th show as you did the first. And you'll build that confidence of what you need to do, how you need to interact with people, how you need to take those steps to be better. You can only do that by stepping outside of your comfort zone. You know, you're not going to get that by just hopes and wishes. You know, you've got to put in the work. And really, the last big takeaway from just stepping outside the box, it can really change your life. Stepping outside the box can open doors that you never really knew that were there. You know, who knows who you could meet just popping up and doing this show here. You never know. And it's so much more opportunity in taking a chance as opposed to just sitting at home. And so, really, just by stepping outside the box, you may knock on doors that you never knew existed. And so, this has been Just KP, Just Be You podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Drop some other ways in the comments that you can step outside the box. Or if you have a story about, you know, you want to share about, you did something that, you know, the you 2 years ago wouldn't have done. Make sure you share those. Inbox me. Let me know how you feel. All right. Peace. Have a good one.